And now we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins here, Friday Night Radio, and we're doing it right now. Take a look. Well, everybody's going to look at this video and go, what the heck is going on? A massive glacier in Alaska breaks away from the ice into the ocean, and then all of a sudden, the tourists capture something that they can't explain. It looks to me like some kind of sea creature that we have never seen before. This thing is massive. We're going to be doing some enhancements. We're going to go back and forth, reverse and forward to try and make out whatever this thing is. It almost looks like a dragon to me. You can look at that tail. Look at the tail on the back of this thing. It looks like a dragon. You see the typical humps as you would see in typical Nessie photographs, sea monsters seen around lakes all around the planet and even in our oceans. But wow, this is something that I can't tell you what it is. It's not a well. I got a feeling this ice glacier that broke off must have disturbed this monster, whatever it is, and it came out from some kind of cavern way below the surface there and went, what the heck is going on? Because you could hear the massive roar, the rumble. You could feel this thing from miles and miles away, and whatever was under the ocean there in close proximity to this massive glacier that breaks away, it created a quake. And it, whatever it was, it awoke and revealed itself to the tourists. There's only a few seconds of video, unfortunately, whatever this thing is, but we're going to analyze it. We're going to enhance it. We're going to share it to the world. This is Third Phase of Moon Radio, and that's what we do. We want to give you the people a forum to share your incredible videos. And this is quite amazing. A demonic reaper was in Clinton's press conference. I want to get people's opinions on that as well tonight. If we can, that would be great, because whatever that was, we still have not figured it out. There's some other weird anomalies that were captured at that press conference as well, I hear. So we might be able to share that with you as well. But, this is Friday Night Radio, and we're going to be getting to the callers tonight. And the callers, you need to call in 347-934-0378. I'm still scratching my head on whatever this thing was in Alaska. And it almost seems like it's prehistoric. A prehistoric creature that should not even exist, but people, and I, they do exist. It looks like some kind of serpent dragon. The thing must be at least 60 to about 100 yards long, possibly, maybe a little less, but maybe about 150 feet to 300 yards. But whatever this thing is, 100 yards to 150 feet. So it's just, this thing is massive, and it has like it glides through the water very effortlessly. And whatever this thing that awoke during this glacier breakaway, it is quite amazing. This is Third Phase Moon. I can't wait for you getting to the people and sharing your UFO stories. Everybody stand by. This is Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon Friday Night Radio Show. Guys, we're back. We're back. Welcome back, everybody. And Well, we're here again Friday night, and we're doing this every Friday and Monday now. So don't forget the new time. The new times are 11 p.m. if you're in New York, and 8 p.m. if you're in Los Angeles. Monday night, Friday night, Third Phase Moon Radios. Tell your friends that what's going down. People share their story. So if you got a story and you want to tell us right now, live on through it right now. Let's bring him in.
Blake.
Hey, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I got you. Loud and clear.
How you doing? My name is Chris. I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia. And I just wanted to share a story that me and my wife had when we were on the Carnival Cruise, Sunshine, headed from Norfolk, Virginia to the Dominican Republic, Grand Turks and Caicos, and Nassau, Bahamas. I will say on like November 1st, probably about maybe 7:45, between 7:45 and 8 p.m. We were out on the deck watching the movie, and maybe like on the port side of the ship, it's like I saw, like I caught a glimpse of like a flash of light. And on that flash of light, I happened to just look over. And then I called my wife. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, look at that. Look. And so, I took my glasses, and I put on my glasses, and she looked. And there was this large, I guess it was like maybe a semicircle object or something like that, that was rising up out of the sea. And it was heading on an angle, like going up towards space. And it was like maybe white and an amber colored object. And, so I'm looking at her. She looks at me, and she was like, oh, no, I don't know what that is. That must be the moon. So I was like, we were going back and forth, while we were watching this thing. Huge object, and it kept going out, and then, it finally got to the point like it was very, very small, but it was heading out towards space. And it's something that we couldn't believe, and she kept saying, no, that was the moon, but the moon doesn't. The moon usually stays stationary, or it's in focus all the time. It doesn't become huge and then moving on a trajectory and become smaller and go out of view. So I don't know what we saw, what was going on with that, but that was just an amazing experience for us.
That's no moon, man. That's no moon. What you're describing to me is not no moon. That's no moon. It sounds like you witnessed some kind of spherical, massive craft that just basically was hovering, and you're on some kind of cruise, and it just took off in the sky, whatever this thing was, and your wife was there with you. That's amazing.
And the crazy thing is, it's like, I watch the skies, and the only thing I didn't have at that time, because before we went to a comedy show, early comedy show, and left the comedy show to go to the movies. I left my phone in the room to charge. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe I sat up here and left the phone in the room and could not have, recorded this. And on the way down, we had saw some strange things going on, coming from like the coast of Florida, going down towards Nassau, Bahamas, where we saw some strange things in the skies, like some, like red and blue colored lights bouncing around out, up in the sky, playing and doing like little maneuvers up in the sky. So that was something unusual, but something I appreciated, and I just know that there's something else out there besides what we're normally used to seeing.
Yeah, man. It's really amazing too. Once you have one experience, it's not uncommon to have many other UFO experiences. That's a really cool thing. Once you have one, you are very aware of now that we're pretty much not alone. And now you're more susceptible to witnessing this, or maybe even they might even know that you're aware, and then they show themselves sometimes, as people say. But it's still it's not uncommon to witness UFOs. I've received a few videos over the years from Carnival cruises with UFO sightings, so that's amazing in itself. Can you tell me the exact date and time this encounter happened, just in case somebody else witnessed it on board this cruise liner?
Yeah, it was November 1st, because we were leaving the port of the Dominican Republic, and we were heading towards Grand Turks and Caicos. So that was November 1st, and after we came out of the comedy show, it was approximately between 7:45 and 8 o'clock. When we saw the object, start to rise from the water, and to take that kind of trajectory or flight pattern. It was like one of the most amazing things I ever saw in my life. It's like it was just like totally black outside. So it was an amazing thing to see. But it was on November 1st.
Well, I appreciate this caller really puts it out to me that Carnival cruises, they don't really advertise it very much, but they know when they're out there, and they're in the middle of the ocean, and they have a lot of beauty and majestic views to see as they're going along their Carnival cruise. One of the highlights is to look up in the sky and the stars at night, because most people don't get to see a clear sky. We got callers calling in, maybe from Third Phase Moon. Take that, Brent. Thank you. Basically, what I'm saying is that UFOs are part of the attraction to these massive Carnival cruises, and they should pretty much put UFO watch cruise and make an attraction for people to start to wake up. Maybe make it like some kind of a event, because I know a lot of people would be seeing all kinds of UFO activity during these events, these cruise trips. Wow. Hey, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it, sir.
I definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I'm so glad that he got to share his story tonight right here on Third Phase Moon Friday Night Radio Show. Let's get to another caller. 561, you're live, Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Okay, so I want to talk to you about a hexagon, an octagonal-shaped UFO that I want you to see, and I have great info on it.
Oh, okay. So you saw a hexagon-shaped UFO. Where did you see this? Where'd you see it? Where'd you see it? How close was it to you?
Like, it was close, but all the info I'm about to share on your page, and it's all. So then someone saw this, shape and hexagon, and
okay.
very close.
Where was it?
So.
Where was this? How close was it to you? Where was this? Excuse me. I want to ask you a question. Where was this sighting, and how close was this hexagon UFO-shaped craft next to you? Please.
Actually, to depict it, this was actually in another state somewhere. We were driving.
Okay. Stay safe. It sounds like she's. I'm not sure. It's almost incoherent. I don't know if it's like breaking up or something, but I barely can understand that caller. So we're going to get to another caller. It's just sorry about that. It looks like F1's trying to break in through Third Phase Moon lines, and we're going to try and bring him in. That's who's calling in. He knows we're live on the radio show. You there, F1? What's going on?
Yeah, man. The only reason I was trying to alert you is because I just wanted to put this out there early in the show. Wow, I'm kind of charged up about it. Excuse me, I'm actually kind of nervous right now too. But I just want you to accept something, that this show is about paranormal and UFO sightings and aliens and abductions, but what's really undeniable and hard to dismiss and ignore.
Hello, F1, you there? Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
My God,
how
what
you doing?
was that? Hello, F1.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello, F1. You still there?
Yes.
All right.
Here, bro.
Maybe he'll have to call back. There's something. I don't know what that was. F1, you call back. Call back, F1. All right. Let's see. We're gonna take a break. That was weird. Let's just hold our breath. It's Third Phase Moon Friday Night Radio Show. We'll bring back F1 and see what's going down. Stand by, everybody.
Third Phase of Moon. Third Phase of Moon.
All right. Oh, okay, everybody. Hang on. We're back, and everything seems to be working right now. And we're going to see if, I don't know if it was me or F1, but it seemed like we lost connection. But I think we just fixed the situation.
I'm here.
F1, we're back. How you doing? Good. I hear you. So, sorry.
You know
what?
Thank you very,
You're nervous about what?
much. Wow, bro.
What are you nervous about? Let's hear it, F1.
Just to tell you why I'm nervous is like, it's almost like when I first started out to get revelations to confirm about everything I've experienced early on. It's like when I was searching for confirmation or just somebody in the frickin' world to be able to talk to or share experiences with. That's how I feel right now. And it's like I was led to higher knowledge about questions that I had, and it's gone to a whole new level. And what I was trying to ask for your understanding is that fortunately or unfortunately, or just the way it is, politics is kind of crossing into what ufology. And what I'm saying is this. I'm going to try to keep it real concise, but man, there's so much information that I've never stopped searching, and it's all coming to me at light speed. When Carrie went to Antarctica, it was without permission from those that basically are controlling that area, and he was chastised for going there. And if you look, the very next day when he left Antarctica, he went to Christchurch, and then the next day he went to Wellington. What I've been told and verified from pretty credible sources is that the earthquake that took place was the night that he went there in Wellington, where also our ship was almost capsized after reporting a UFO from a calm sea to 105-foot waves. It was basically telling them, this is what we can do, and you have violated all the rules. Hillary Clinton also transferred the day after the election $4 billion into a Qatar bank account, where subsequently Barack Obama has a $4.7 million house in Qatar. The reason why I believe Qatar was chosen is because they do not practice extradition, and it's a safe place. Why would Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton be associated with putting their money and also having a huge home there when that's a place that basically we are not on great terms with, and in fact, we are in a war with. I do believe that, unfortunately, Julian Assange has been murdered, and he is not alive, and the reports that we're hearing supposedly from him are basically CIA-based information to try to put a twist on it. What I believe that the previous caller saw was the solar winds blowing off of Nibiru. It's been seen in plain sight over the last month as a green planet and also a blue and red planet at certain times of the day. If you notice, the reason why we're having these supermoons and we're only supposed to have four a year is like the biggest amount that we've ever had in our life, including the 4 blood moons. And it's because we've been put on a tilt, and we are basically, it's affecting the electromagnetic fluxes, and we are seeing the moon closer and closer all the time, and the sun is closer to us because we've been tilted. Man, I got so much to tell you. I can't even. It's hard to keep everything in my brain without writing it down. But those are a couple of things that are going on.
Yeah, sure. You know, it's like, did you see that last video we just showed recently with the supermoon and, you know, just weird craft in front of zooming in and out? Just amazing footage. Did you get to see that latest? I think that was like yesterday's episode.
Absolutely, and not only that, when you noticed the dragon, which has been in every culture, and sure, we can interpret, or they could interpret, sightings as being described as things that they are familiar with, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe that any culture really has ever seen a dragon on Earth, but that's what they see. And isn't it interesting? First of all, the reason why Kerry went there is because he was trying to first of all, he is a good BSer. That's why he is in the position he's in, and I believe that was an attempt to try to talk his way into making sure that Hillary won the election, and also the fact that the Ark of Gabriel was supposed to be returned there, and it was by the Russians. And it's funny, on Kerry's flight schedule and itinerary, that not only did he go to Antarctica and then to New Zealand, but then he was also supposed to go to Qatar, Russia, Peru, Morocco, and I'm forgetting one other spot, but this is all just in my brain. And
Sure.
I would believe, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Blake, that I'm not real organized, but I got so much to tell you. It's almost like I just want to send you the links of my information and people that I've talked to. It's absolutely unfreaking believable. Things are happening at light speed. But I find it very interesting that
you know, when we did this John Kerry, when we released this John Kerry story, I think we're the first to break it on the internet. We're within like an hour of John Kerry arriving over there in the Antarctica, in the Antarctica, and you know, we're talking about weird things going on over there, hidden alien bases, creatures of unknown origin, basically. And then all of a sudden, you know, things are happening over there. We discovered something.
Yeah, like Parker plane, the Parker plane. You know what I'm saying? The Parker plane was a 52 passenger plane that they had to put the plane into a nosedive basically within days of what you reported. And then all of a sudden it went from the pilots talking about it to the Canadian government saying it was a weather balloon, which, how do you have a weather balloon at 10,000 feet? It's impossible. Everything seemed to be happening around the area of concentration. And why the hell would Kerry ever go to the Antarctica, especially to the pyramid, and his flight schedule was he was supposedly left on the 7th and arrived on the 10th. Well, no frickin' way does his ability to fly there take 3 days. And then I find it rather interesting that his next stop was Christchurch, which is just north in New Zealand of Wellington. And then as soon as he went to Wellington, there's all these lights in the sky above Wellington that they supposedly call earthquake lights, and that's bullshit. I mean, come on. When have you ever seen those kind of lights associated with an earthquake? Not only that, 7.8 is off the Richter. And Wellington...
Yeah, for sure. And you know what I think, too? Off the Richter, big time. And, you know, I think there's a UFO war going on. And John Kerry, like I've been saying for a little bit, and the reason why his visit to these places right now, he's seems like he's going against the grain in his own way. And maybe he's in a race right now to get disclosure. But I don't know if John Kerry's the guy to do it, obviously. But maybe he wants to find out for himself what's going on before he loses his power. And it's going to be very, very soon, very soon. And then maybe these UFOs are following them around. Maybe there's some discoveries being made. Who knows? Maybe they're just, you know, making John Kerry happy. Here's a little gift. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's very suspicious, F1.
No, but you know what? If John Kerry was working for the right side, do you really think that they would put an earthquake? An earthquake is a sign of you are effing up. You better watch out. This is what we can do. John Kerry is, I believe, associated with the dark side. The dark side being our federal government that's in place. I mean, everybody doesn't. I mean, there's been a lot of negative reaction to Trump, and the thing is this. It doesn't matter what even Trump tries to do, even if he has it in his heart to, which most people don't believe, to make changes. It's above everybody. It's above. They're all just freaking shop candy. They're window candy to us. What really
I got
on,
you too, because you know, you're right. John Kerry, you know, who did he pick for his vice presidential candidate? Is John Edwards, and that's who he chose. And then this guy John Edwards was, you know, what did he do? He monster, or it almost looks like a serpent. It almost looks like a serpent, a dragon, just underneath the surface there, and then it basically dives down into the bottom, and it's a quick video. It didn't last long, but it's very compelling evidence of some kind of Leviathan that we're very unaware of. That's F1. Okay, F1, stand by. I want to get to some more callers. Tonight. That's what Third Phase of the Moon's all about. So everybody stay right where you are. This is Blake Cousins. Stand by, everybody.
More than they have up to this point, because things, like F1 said, things are moving along rapidly at this point, very rapidly.
Yeah, there's definitely a war going on of information, and what country is going to blow the lid off this thing. Some people talking about China. Some people are saying Russia, and maybe the U.S. finally is going to wake up. Maybe this new administration, as they roll in and do what they do, who knows what's going to go down. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, and you know, as all elections go, we got to give our presidents a chance. We got to give our presidents a chance of how they're going to roll and see what happens. And then we judge them next. So I'm willing to give our president a next chance, Donald Trump, when he arrives into office. So hopefully he's not shut out, because I got a feeling this guy wants to know everything. And he might be pulling some strings, who knows, with Russia and things like that. There is communications possibly between them both. They've just recently spoken. What do you think? Do you think disclosure between the Putin and the Russians, between Putin and Trump?
Yeah, I do. I think that there's something going on there already. I do. I think that Trump is more knowledgeable than most people give him credit for. And I'm kind of happy that he is going to be the president. I think he's got a better head on his shoulders than the one we've got now. And I think that Hillary's been denied simply because her character isn't that good. You know, when you play stupid games, that makes you a liability. And I think she's been doing that for too long. And I think that it's time for everybody to get serious, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Bill and Hillary wanted to basically get to the bottom of this, and they kind of slipped with their words a few times, in my opinion, when Hillary stated that she wants to get to the bottom of things, but if it involves national security, she's not going to tell anybody. Isn't that the whole point?
Yes, it is. That's exactly right. That is the whole point. She had a habit of accusing everybody else of being off the charts and not able to keep calm, and she herself was the pot calling the kettle black all the way across the board. I mean, every time she accused Trump of something, it was because she had just done it, and she was deflecting from the fact that she did it, And
Absolutely. You got a question for F1? He's still on the line here.
Yes. Hi. I have a lot more to say about things. I just don't want to speak about them publicly. It would not be good for me health-wise. If there's any way that we can have a conversation, I would like to do that, because there's some things I want to tell you, but I can't say it on live TV or radio. Excuse me.
Yeah, and I respect that. And so, I totally respect that and understand that. And you're just kind of confirming, there's not many people that, unfortunately, the show has grown, the intelligence has grown, but not because you gave me a compliment or agreed with me. I have to say that I'm very happy and impressed with your knowledge, and I know there's a lot more there, and I'm sure that there's no problem if Blake gives you my contact information with my permission. And I just want to thank you for not being one of the people that sits on their butts and kind of just goes with the flow, but you actually are out there. And it's a lonely path, but it is, there's certain people that are driven. You must be one of them. I know I'm one of them. There's a lot of stuff. And one of the things I also wanted to add is that, the United Nations can't agree on anything, but yet right after this happened with Kerry, all of a sudden they voted on a 35-year ban from any fishing vessels going into Antarctica, because all of a sudden the Chilean sea bass, whose migratory pattern doesn't even go to frickin' Antarctica, now there's a ban because the Chilean sea bass are now an endangered species. Bull crap.
Exactly.
Exactly. And
you got it.
That's such a joke. I can't believe And here's the other thing I want to say real quickly. Even though the way Trump is perceived or some of the crappy things, I don't like all the things he said about women and about different races and stuff, but I do believe he has a good relationship with Putin, who doesn't give answer to anybody and is backed up by a very strong Russian government. Nobody really wants to know how nasty the KGB really is, because they make our military look like a joke, not only our local law enforcement. But you know what's really how you can tell if you're an intelligent person that has its thumb on the pulse, like I believe you and some of the other people that we've talked to, including Blake and his brother, how you know that we picked the right candidate, whether you like him or not? I'll tell you why it was the right frickin' choice. Because Americans wanted a change. And you know what the real result of that change is the fact that all of a sudden, all this stuff is happening at light speed, which means that they're afraid of him. And they, when I say they, I mean the people that have been trying to ruin this country and enslave us as Americans for years, they're freaking scared. Anytime Hillary Clinton puts $4 billion wherever the frick she got that, whenever she put that in a Qatar bank account, and Barack Obama
big questions. That's what it's all about. Big questions. And this is Third Phase Moon Radio, and we're almost at the end. And you know what, Sophia? I got F1, and I'll get you guys in touch. I got your phone number, Sophia, so I'll be in touch with you, and I'll get you F1's email, so you guys can stay up to date, and definitely call back, because I'd like a good discussion on this subject matter, and especially with people in the know, it seems to me. Sophia, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much for calling in. And you know what? We're going to do this again this Monday, everybody. Monday again, Third Phase Moon Radio. We will be broadcasting live, and it will be starting at 11 p.m. if you're in New York and 8 p.m. if you're in Los Angeles. So join us this Monday, and stay tuned to Third Phase of Moon, our YouTube channel. We got something that you're going to be amazed with. It definitely, to me, looks like some unknown creature, a massive one. Unlike we've ever seen before, except maybe in Scotland, in the loch. Nessie exists in Alaska. I don't know, man, but this video is amazing. So everybody, stay tuned for that. Join me again. This is amazing that we get to do this twice a week, and I want to thank everybody who joined us on the Flash Chat too tonight. So let's do that. Let's thank everybody beyond the Omniverse. Billy Hassel, Bradford Blair, Eric Salvador, and so many guests. Let's bring them down. We also got Joe Widener. Thanks, Joe. Lisa Walker. Lisa, we're going to have Sophia back, just like you requested. So I'm sure she'll be back. Robbie Drake, appreciate it. You guys are always here with us every time. So that's amazing. Let's see, who's this? A new listener. So this is good. SPQR. That's a weird one. We'll move on. Thank you. Vafushikulu. We'll try it. And then the Space Pirate. We like Space Pirates, and we like UFOs too. So if you captured one, something amazing that we've never seen before, upload it to YouTube. Upload your video to YouTube. Send me the link. My information is in the About page on our YouTube channel, and we'll take a look at your video. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.